Jaden Alba has thrown 51 pitches for the Sun Devils, and he's back out there for potentially his fourth inning of work in what is still a scoreless ball game. Two teams that really their MO is attacking early and often with the sticks, and it's goose eggs all across the scoreboard right now.
Yeah, Arizona State so far with 3 hits, Arizona Wildcats with 1 hit, but you got to credit both pitchers on executing their pitches.
First pitch is fouled straight back off the barrel of Adonis Guzman for strike one. The catcher batting cleanup today. Grounded out to Matt King in the first inning last time he was up for the final out. Here's the 0-1. Guzman chops it on the ground, left side, and it's foul. No balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, and it's 2 pitchers that are doing it in different ways. You got Alba, who has 5 strikeouts. You obviously have Smith Bailey, who doesn't even have a strikeout yet, but they're both making good pitches and getting out of some jams.
Here's the 0-2 now to Adonis Guzman, the catcher for Arizona. Fastball missing outside at 94 for ball 1. And Alba trying to get these hitters to chase, because he had 5 consecutive strikeouts where he had fastballs that were out of the zone and the Wildcats were going after him. 1-2. This one drilled into right center field. Jackson ranging to his left. He looks up and it's off the top of the wall. Chugging into second base is Guzman. Here's the throw. It's cut off and it won't be in time. Leadoff double for the catcher, Adonis Guzman. And a runner in scoring position for the Wildcats to begin the 4th.
Yeah, that ball just jumped off the bat at Guzman, just kept carrying. I didn't think there was a chance it was going to hit off that wall, and it just kept carrying into right center there off the Coca-Cola sign, right below the College World Series appearances for Arizona State there in the right center alley. But a good swing for Guzman. Good throw by Jackson. You wonder if it wasn't cut off. It might have got him, but it would have been a close play either way.
Might have been a chance as Maddox Mikolakis, the DH, digs in now with a runner at second. Corner infield playing in as the first pitch is lined into center field for a base hit. Hairston has an angle on it. There's the green light for Guzman. Throw comes to second base, and the Wildcats strike first on the 1-run single from Maddox Mikolakis, his second base hit of the day.
Yeah, just like that, we talk about the goose eggs on the scoreboard. Couple pitches later, 2 hits, and Arizona Wildcats doubling their hit total and getting the first run of the game.
Back-to-back base hits for Arizona, and just like that, they're on the board. 1-0 Wildcats in the top of the 4th inning. No outs with a runner on first base. That's Mikolakis, who just drove in Guzman from second. So now it's Tommy Splain, the first baseman, who is the first victim to fall in the chain of 5 strikeouts in a row for Alba, as the first pitch is a fastball on the upper third of the zone for strike 1. Splain kind of been a Swiss Army knife for Arizona. His career with the Wildcats, he was a right-handed pitcher in his first 2 seasons, played every day at first base. Last season, he split time as a catcher, and he wraps it down the bag on the third base line, fair. Rounding first, he's heading to second. Maddox Mikolakis cruises into third. Second double of the inning for Arizona. 3 hits in a row and 2 runners in scoring position for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and right away, Southpaw warming up for Arizona State in the bullpen, but just a good job by the Wildcats offense. We talked about how good Alba's been up to this point, and a double, single, double, and 2 runners in scoring position, still no outs, and 1 run already home.
It's Andrew Kane now. Left-handed hitter with runners on second and third. Contrada is playing well off the bag at third base. Toes on the cut of the grass. Same thing with Jacob Tobias at first. First pitch swinging is a high fly ball to right field. Hairston giving chase at the wall. Looks up. It's on top of the pitching center. Home run for Andrew Kane. Plates 3. 4-0 Arizona as the blow-up inning commences in the 4th. Alba in some hot water.
Yeah, that was a pitch that just got too much of the strike zone. Fastball middle in, a lot of times where the left-hand hitters love their fastballs, and Kane did not miss it. A tomahawk blast deep to right field. And really just the knocking punch here in this inning with still nobody out. 4 batters up, 4 batters in, and a big 4-0 lead.
Meeting at the mound with all the infielders. It disperses for Matisse Morant, the left-handed hitting third baseman. And we saw the command and the location of Alba start to wane just a little bit as that lefty, as you said, getting loose a little bit more. It looks like that's Cole Carlone in the bullpen for the Sun Devils. So now it's Morant. And what is now a 4-0 ball game. The slider misses just over the Frenchman's shoe tops for ball one.
Yeah, for how good the Wildcats pitching has been in this series, for their offense to get a 4 spot here in the 4th is huge.
Second offering misses for ball two. And Morant struck out last time he was up to end the second inning in what was then a scoreless ball game. The vibes are drastically different. 2-0. Hits it off his back foot and in front of the ASU dugout for strike one.
I don't know what Chip Hale said to his team in that last half inning, but the offense has woken up, and Alba hasn't been able to hit his spots like we've seen the first 3 innings, and it's costed him.
2-1. This one is fouled straight back just above the press box for strike two. Morant now in a 2-2 count. A junior from France with his .257 average coming into today's game, making his 20th start of the season for the Wildcats. 2-2. Off his hands to the second baseman Walker, who fields it off his chest and over to first. Alba was there to make the play, and it's in time. Bit of a miscommunication there. Tobias looked like he was going to step on the bag, and then Jaden Alba said, I got it. Tobias slid. He stopped, dropped, and rolled, really. And the throw was on target, and Alba was athletic enough to keep that foot on the bag.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that where you see Tobias, the first baseman, as you mentioned, just fall to the ground and get out of the throwing lane. Walker did a good job getting there in the 3-4 hole on the right side of the infield, and Alba bouncing off the mound and getting there for the 4-1 putout.
So the Sun Devils finally get their first out in the inning. It's Gunnar Guiley, who half swings on the changeup for a strike. Our right fielder batting ninth. Up for the second time today after Kang in the third. Arizona with an explosive 4-run inning as the fastball bounces on top of home plate. A ball and a strike to Gunnar Guiley. Andrew Kane busting it open for Arizona. Parked the ball on top of the pitching facility out in right field, which is beyond the bullpen, as this one's fouled in between the legs of Guiley. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, we mentioned Arizona's won the first 2 games. There hasn't been a sweep for either team in the Duel of the Desert. You got to go all the way back to 2017, 8 years ago, where Arizona did it here.
1-2, hit on the ground, right side. Tobias on one knee, bobbles it, flips it over to first. Alba is there in time for the second out of the inning. Nice play by Jacob Tobias, sticking with that baseball even though it got away from him.
Yeah, couldn't field it clean. Looked like he might have taken his eye off it and was already kind of looking up, but did a good job to not panic, get the ball in his hand, and flip it over to Alba, who's had to do it twice now. So good job for him being alert after follow-through. And you're told as a pitcher, never be a spectator. And he does a good job getting over there.
Certainly was not. Definitely a participant that time. As leadoff man Garen Caulfield digs in and looks at the first pitch, bouncing on top of home plate for ball one. Caulfield is 0 of 2 today, a fly out to left and a strikeout swinging in the third. The last victim of the 5 Ks in a row from Alba. 1-0. Is a four-seamer just missing outside. 2 balls and no strikes. So after allowing those 4 runs, Alba has cleaned it up nicely with some nice plays over at first base. Swinging and chopping it in front of the Arizona on-deck circle. 2 balls and a strike to the second baseman leadoff hitter. The shift is applied to the righty. Kyle Walker, the second baseman, playing to the shortstop side of the bag. 3 infielders on the left side of second base as the 2-1 wrinkles into the center of the zone for a strike. A curveball from Jaden Alba moves the count to 2-2 with 2 gone. 4-0 ball game. Arizona leads the Sun Devils. Garen Caulfield, the leadoff man up. Here's the 2-2. Fastball, he checks the swing. They appeal to first. He didn't go around. Fills it up at 3-2. You kind of touched on it earlier, Jace, but these Arizona hitters are very patient.
Yeah, and it makes it hard for any pitcher when you have an offense that is as patient as the Wildcats have been in this series.
3-2 from the windup. This one popped up. Was early on this one as Briggs throws off the mask, but it lands into the green seats at Phoenix Muni. We'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. He was all over that curveball, just a little too far out in front. The barrel path was just slightly underneath it.
Yeah, and in a couple of the full count pitches or the full count offerings that he's been in, he's gone to that curveball. Wildcats hitters are starting to notice that. See if he goes to a fastball here.
3-2 with the bases empty. Early on this one, again, towers it, almost hits the lights down the left field line, but it's out of play.
Yeah, another secondary pitch, looked to be the changeup that time. And again, just out in front, but obviously, as we mentioned, the hitter, Caulfield, was ready for it. Had to be guessing fastball because he was a mile out in front of that changeup.
Payoff again from Jaden Alba with 2 outs. Fastball elevated, and that's ball 4. Big bat flip for Garen Caulfield as he trots over to first base and keeps the inning alive with the 2-out walk. And it looks like Willie Bloomquist is going out there to retrieve his right-hander. Jaden Alba's day appears to be done, and Cole Carlone is going to come in to replace him. We'll introduce to you the left-hander right after this on Blaze Radio. New southpaw coming out of the bullpen for the Sun Devils. It's Cole Carlone coming in to try to put a bow on this 4th inning that started out with 4 runs, and then Jaden Alba, who just exited this game, got a couple of outs, but then just issued a walk on his 70th pitch of the day. So it's Cole Carlone coming in. Alba finished the day 3 2/3, 5 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks to his 5 strikeouts.
Yeah, Alba was really dialed in the first 3 innings. We mentioned the 5 strikeouts he had, but just that 4th inning just wasn't hitting the spots. The second time, full time through the batting order, and the Wildcats just saw him better that time.
Here's Carlone on the first pitch to Aaron Walton, and it's taken for a strike. And Walton, with 2 walks of his own today, worked a couple of nice at-bats against Jaden Alba as the 0-1 misses low and evens it up at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, it's not the final line yet for Alba, but it was able to go 3 2/3, 5 hits allowed, 4 runs that were all earned, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks.
1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Looks like he pulled the string that time and got the whiff on that changeup low in the zone. A ball and 2 strikes with a runner on first. 4-0 ball game. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Cole Carlone comes out of the bullpen and strikes out the first batter he sees, but not before the Wildcats tack on 4 runs. It's 4-0 heading to the bottom half of the 4th inning on Blaze Radio. Smith Bailey back out there for the Wildcats after U of A just put up 4 runs in the top half of the 4th inning. So now ASU having to work from behind. This offense really trying to get going with just mustering out 3 hits so far. They're kind of bringing in that energy they had yesterday where they just couldn't string together hits.
Yeah, and obviously this is a big inning for Arizona State. You have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. See if you can string a little rally here.
So here's Landon Hairston taking the first offering for a strike. Landon today got the first base hit of the Sun Devil offense. Nice opposite field swing in front of the left fielder Kane as the 0-1 misses outside, a ball and a strike to the lefty right fielder Landon Hairston, who, like we have said, has filled in that spot that Kian Vu left behind pretty well. 1-1. Landon hits it on the ground right side, but foul. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you mentioned all his family relatives that have been in the show in the big leagues. Talking to him earlier this year, and he said it was an easy decision for him to commit to Arizona State because of the connection that Willie Bloomquist and his father had in the big leagues together.
1-2. Hits it hard on the left side, through for a base hit. Hard hit single in front of the left fielder Kane, and that gets things going in the 4th.
Yeah, another good swing there from Hairston. Both hits now have been the other way into left field. Like a hitter that can just go to all sides of the field. Doesn't matter where the pitch is. He's not going to pull an outside pitch, and continuing to go the other way on another fastball as they keep pitching him outside.
Multi-hit day for the Queen Creek, Arizona native. And now it's New Contradas digging in as a throw over to first, not in time, to Hairston, who barely got a foot off the bag. New Contradas grounded into a double play, and that ended the first inning. Contradas rocking a new bat, it looks like, as he swings and chops this one into the Arizona dugout. Watch your lips. No balls and one strike. Arizona State is a DeMarini-sponsored school, and it looks like he's got a two-piece DeMarini bat here with an ocean mint barrel and a hot pink scripture on it. Love it. Pick back to first. Hairston's in there standing. Before he had the army green look, the DeMarini there, the goods. Here's the 0-1 after a long pause. Slow swing. It's a grounder to the shortstop, White. Over to second for one. On to first. New Contradas has grounded into his second double play of the evening.
Yeah, and again, it's just not being able to capitalize. Hairston does a good job getting a leadoff base runner, getting a leadoff hit. And then you have Contradas again that's just hasn't been able to lift the baseball and just hitting it on the ground for another, rally Brewer there that, again, just costly double play there and just unfortunate.
Deja vu there for the Arizona State offense. Hairston singled back in the first, and then Contradas grounded into a double play. Same thing happened just now as Jacob Tobias, the cleanup hitter, takes a look at a curveball for strike one. Toby got things going in the second inning with his single, and then unfortunate placement there from Brandon Compton to line that one into a double play. As the second pitch bounces on top of home plate, kicks away for ball one. From the windup, here comes Smith Bailey. Late on the fastball on the 1-1 is Jacob Tobias. Count moves to a ball and two strikes.
Yeah, and you see Tobias late there on the fastball, but also it could be, as a hitter, obviously you see the shift. They're shifted to pull here on Tobias. You have that whole left side of the infield wide open.
1-2, and this one is taken for strike three. Toby didn't like it, but everyone in red jerseys will trot off the field. It's 4-0 Arizona heading into the fifth inning on Blaze Radio.